G'day YouTube and welcome back to another Footy Tour vlog. Thank you guys so much for your support and everything on the first two Footy Tour vlogs. Obviously week one we're in Phillip Island, so make sure if you haven't watched that already then you go back and watch that. Week two we're in Batto Bay in New South Wales, so if you haven't watched that already, make sure you go back and watch that. Week three this week we are going to Panton Hill. We travelled to Panton Hill last night. Panton Hill, if you guys don't know where it is, here is a map. Panton Hill is about an hour outside of Melbourne, about 20 minutes north of Warrandyte. So it was a fantastic opportunity to play with these guys. We were originally going to be playing at a different club on the 13th of April, so this weekend, but we did last minute have a change. So Panton Hill really only in the last probably 3 or 4 weeks we made that decision to be playing with the Redbacks, which is just an awesome opportunity. And I was so fortunate last night to go and help out with the 12s and the 14s a little bit with their training. I was fortunate enough that Jack from JM Media came down to the hill to watch and to also help out with a little bit of videography as well. Fusey this week is away. He probably needs a bit of a rest from me. He's probably absolutely sick of me after the first 2 weeks, which I would be as well. So giving him the weekend off so we can go and focus on the rest of his ventures. But he will still be editing the vlog, so shout out to Fusey for everything that he does. But yeah, big shout out obviously to JM Media, or Jack from JM Media. He come down, we did a mic'd up session. We obviously helped out with the 12s and 14s, so we'll show you some images here. They were fantastic. The kids were just absolutely frothing it. They all love footy, they're passionate about footy, so couldn't be happier to be able to help out with their session. But let's roll the clips from Thursday night training down at Panton Hill. Shout out to JM Media for the mic'd up sesh. Let's run it.
Hands up. Oh! Little hands, yeah. I'm back. I'm back. Good work. Great stuff. You go again, yeah, here, so. All you. Good. Well done, T, keep bringing it in. Next one, hold, come back. Yeah, here we go, be now. Straight away, here we go, yeah. Next one, yeah.
Hey, mate,
Tom, great to meet you, man. How are you? You good?
Yourself?
Yeah, very well, thanks, mate. Punch! Yeah, head, yeah. Here! Me! Same for Saturday. Kick! Good boy. Nice. Great kick.
Oh, yes.
Well done. Good work out there. Good stuff.
Decision making, boys. Really well done.
Do it a couple of times in each stoppage. When we go forward 50 stoppage, you'll have a shot at goal, and I want you to roll straight into our zone.
I was going to mark it. Get it in! Great kick! Good!
Oi, it's only going to be 8 this week, it's been
Good boys, very nice. Good.
So as you can see, it was a pretty fun time, and it was good to meet so many of the lads and so many of the girls as well. There's nothing better than a club that incorporates both male and female teams and is very, inclusive of all of that. And I think that the more girls teams that are involved in footy, the more that's going in this direction. So it was actually the girls' first ever inaugural team. So they're playing their first game this weekend as well, along with the Panton Hill seniors who are in Div 2 of the Northern Footy Netball League, so the NFNL. Unfortunately, last week Panton Hill were beaten by their opposition, 80-14. I can't remember who the opposition was, apologies. This week we've got Northcote, so again, a home ground advantage, which hopefully plays into our favour. Like I said, it's Friday evening at the moment. I've had a big day today working out with our footy clinic that we've been releasing with Baseline. So it's our footy tour, footy clinic holidays. We're going to be doing more of these in June, July, so the link down in the description will be there for you guys to join the waiting list or for book for the June, July school holidays. We're going to be expanding that to be a little bit bigger as well. So make sure you check that out. We'll roll some clips from today, the Friday footy clinic, the Elite Camps footy clinic with Prime Train and Baseline.
Yeah, it looks all right, eh? Here we go. Very good. Look at this. This is the crew. What do we say to the crew? What do you reckon?
Big turnout.
Big turnout?
Loving the weather.
Loving the weather. Oh yeah, we're back into it. This is what we want. It's too exposed. Woo. Where are you going? Mate, they've got the gym exercise, they've got the netball frames over there.
But yeah, that's pretty much a wrap of everything. It's about 7 p.m. now. The Bombers are about to start in 40 minutes, so I'm going to be watching that. I'm also going to go down and jump into the weights room, do a little bit of upper body weights, nothing crazy at all, mostly focusing on stretching. But I'll stop talking because I've probably talked too much already and you guys are probably sick of me. So yeah, 7 p.m. on a Friday. Now you guys are up to date. You all know where we are. Let's get to work.
Hooking into a bit of footy for dinner. The Dons are up, which I'm happy with. Slowly getting wins. We've got pizza and pasta for dinner. What do you reckon? You happy? Mm-hmm. Carbonara's good? Alright, I'm happy.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Saturday, game day. It's 7 a.m. The sun is kind of shining outside. It looks like a beautiful day. This is the lookout from our place. We've got the ice bath down there. We've got the pool as well. And then this is the office. Usually before a game, what I will do is go through a little bit of our samples. As you can see, we've got some of the unlabeled stuff here. We've got the plant protein, the grass-fed whey, the hydration. Obviously got the new hydration labels and the creamy vanilla new labels as well. So yeah, we've got heaps of stuff that we do before a game to kind of get prepared that is not got anything to do with the game, and also got a lot of things to do with growing the business. So yeah, that kind of sums up what I'm doing this morning. I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk and a swim. Got my towel, got my beats. Just all on my lonesome today. All alone, but that's all right. Let's get to it, baby. Always like to grab a coffee before I go for a walk and swim. Also got the new Prime Train hoodies on. These will be released on Wednesday, so keep an eye out. Today we're going to Rustica for our morning coffee. If you don't know where Rustica is, that's good, because then you don't know where I live. Large almond latte with a sugar. That's right, a sugar. No, you can't give me freaking, don't try and give me stick for it. Alright, I like the sweetness. It's better with a sugar. You cannot tell me that it isn't better. The only reason people don't get it with a sugar is because they're scared of getting stick from their mates. So good. So good. One thing I'll never get around here in Melbourne is the beaches. They are putrid. They just suck. Like, it's just freaking cold and gross.
Like, do you want to get in that? No. No way. That's alright. Let's do it. We've also got the worst... Bro, I used to get the worst acne, like, in the world when I was a young kid. I used to really struggle with confidence from it. I got a little few spots this morning. So annoying. It always kind of comes back just to rear its ugly head every now and then. But yeah, here we go. Starting off the day with something we don't want to do, jumping in the ocean. I don't like doing this, but it doesn't get much worse than this. How's the hair look on the big fella? It's freaking freezing, man. Beautiful though. It is beautiful. Dude, there's people out there like swimming and stuff. Far out. Nah, not for me. Ooh, time to go back home. And then a warm shower and eat some breakfast. As soon as we're back in the car, seat warmer on, high heat, heat up baby, give me something. So this is a little bit of the workstation. We've got the plant protein here, the plant protein samples, the hydration samples as well. So we're just going through and putting in as much as possible so we can give out as much as possible after the game. Panton ready, baby. Let's go. I think we need to go get some brekkie first though. Something light would be lovely. Let's get it. All right, ladies and gents, here we are. This is pretty much Panton Hill. We've got the Panton Hill Winery to the left.
Bruh, you know where we're at? We're with the prime train going. Panton Hill, bro.
Panton Hill.
Prime train, bro, nothing more, nothing less.
How are the twos going, bro? They look like they're smacking it.
It is Danny. Jet pipe. Yeah. No.
It kind of happened by accident for you, didn't it? Because you were playing footy and decided to get fit.
Yeah, absolutely. I was originally kind of started off because of personal training during COVID, and probably like during COVID, obviously all the gyms got closed and all that. So I was looking for a new way to get clients and to still earn money, I guess. I was at uni at the time, so probably struggling. I reckon I had about $20 in the bank account, which was a bit intimidating. But I ended up jumping on this new app called TikTok, and TikTok just kind of came out. It was very fresh, and I was swiping on it. I was watching, consuming a heap of content, and I was like, this is so addicting. But like, why am I wasting my time consuming it when I could be creating? I could be out there doing things for this. And it's the same thing with Instagram, the same thing with Facebook. If I'm sure many of you may have found yourself, swiping, going down the endless tunnel of social media, and it's like, why don't I also create and start posting on there? So that's kind of what I did, and fortunate enough to get a few views, a few followers, and kind of figure out how the algorithm works, and went from there. That just started from 3 years of kind of constantly getting knocked back, and then eventually like I said, you throw darts to the dartboard and you see what sticks. So it's trial and error a lot of the time, but for the benefits of your business, it's tenfold. It's incredible. It can it can do so much. You can get your business to places that you never know. I'm fortunate enough to get people that. So like for me, my business is based around training programs, apparel, sell like supplements like protein powder and that sort of stuff as well. And I never would have in my wildest dreams expected someone from Miami or Los Angeles to be buying any of my stuff. And it's just like, that's the power of social media. You can get it as far and as wide as possible.
And a business can go from being local here to Panton Hill to, in essence, right around the world. And that's what I'm hearing you say.
Yeah, absolutely. So my business, it began as pandemic training is what it originally was called during COVID times. Obviously didn't have the longevity. Eventually changed it to prime train. But yeah, like, you start off on social media and it's pretty daunting. When you do start, a new thing, it might not even be social media, it might be anything you do in your business. And it's always going to be daunting no matter what you do. I remember when I started posting, it was sent into the group chat, and all the boys were like, what a flog, what a wanker. And fair enough, probably still am, but you get all those things, and then 2 weeks later, I had my first 20,000 followers, and then those same people were messaging me asking for programs. So that was a good kind of change of people's mentality, and everyone's got to be on your back at the start when you try to do something new, and when you start to succeed, the narrative starts to change.
You're a good football player as well, but I'm really interested in your career in football, how it got to this point, and also tell us a little bit about the fact that you are playing from team to team, because I was amazed the other day when you told me where you're going over the next few weeks.
Yeah, I've somehow set up myself a little bit of a footy tour this year. Again, it probably sounds a bit wanker saying that, but I'm lucky enough to be travelling around. First week was in Phillip Island. Last week I was in Batto Bay, which was beautiful. We didn't play though because too wet in Batto Bay. It wasn't wet, it was dry. I couldn't believe it. Here obviously Panton Hill for week 3. Then I'm off to Kalgoorlie, Hobart, New York, London. Yeah, they play footy over there, wild. So yeah, make sure you watch on the YouTube if you want to see what the talent's like up there. But it should be really good fun. So I'm fortunate enough to be travelling around doing that. And I guess for me, the big focus is to be able to, give a little bit back to the game. I grew up in a small country town called Cogen up in Western Australia. We probably had like 1,000 people in that town. So yeah, like I said, it was tiny, and all I ever cared about in under 13s, under 14s was playing senior footy. So I know what it's like being, that young kid running out, and all you care about is playing senior footy one day. So I get it, but it's so good to be back and give back to footy. Then Coffle, I played NTFL. I pretty much played in every state league apart from the Sanders. So I'm a bit of a journeyman. I've kind of played everywhere, but like I said, it's just fantastic. I think you said before how...
Mate, thank you for coming to Panton Hill. Had you heard of us before we got you to come and play?
No idea. I didn't know where Phillip Island was as well. Didn't know where Batto Bay was. Obviously know where New York and that is. But yeah, I've never been here, so thanks for welcoming me, and I'm really excited to go out there and put the Redbacks jumper on.
Good on you, mate. That shirt's $65, by the way. There's one John Ball, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be cheering him on in about...
Tomato sauce, and we've got barbecue sauce. How much are they here?
$3.
That's cheap as chips. Inflation hasn't reached Panton Hill just yet, so it's a good place to be.
So is doing this footy tour, is that because you've got a big head or what?
Well, some would say maybe, and it's probably more metaphorical than realistic, and that's probably the opinion that a lot of people have of me. But yeah, I definitely do have the hair, which is probably been about 4 years in the making. But yeah, it definitely attracts a lot of attention. I'll see how I go. Hopefully, I can get on the end of a few. And the main focus for me is, like I said, the media exposure, but also getting the 4 points for the boys. That's all that matters, and it earns a lot of respect for you amongst the club. Yeah. Get it, Tonksy. Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Game Day vlog. For those of you that are new here, let's do a quick crash course on Panton Hill. So Panton Hill was originally found in the mid-1850s during the Victorian Gold Rush. It was actually named after Joseph Anderson Panton, who was a magistrate at Heidelberg and spent much of his time mapping the Yarra Valley. Today, the town of Panton Hill really has a general store, a post office, and an Aussie Rules footy club. And it's got about a population of 1,000 people. It is a small country town that's reasonably close to the city, about an hour outside of Melbourne. And it is a beautiful, beautiful town at that. We started off the game in the forward line at full forward, and I had an early chance, went on the left foot snap, and unfortunately came off the belly of the ball. Didn't go through very straight at all. Actually, sprayed it, to be 100% honest with you guys. And Northcote Park did the absolute opposite when they started. They started off on fire. They kicked the first 4 goals of the game to make it 26-1 in about the first 15 minutes of footy. So it wasn't a very good start by us. Maybe we were a bit slow. Maybe we were a bit, in order of the occasion. Great handball from Ollie here to get ourselves started, and we did really start to get the run on in the second half of this first quarter. I went into the midfield about halfway through the first, and then went back down to full forward a bit later on. Got one in the back here, didn't get paid, went through for a goal anyway, so pretty happy. Finished the first quarter 26-all, even Steven, and then in the second quarter, I thought maybe this is my time and I can get at the end of a few, but unfortunately every single time that the ball came inside 50, I either led to the wrong side or I just couldn't get my hands to it, got out muscled, whatever it was. I was playing on a very, very, very good player, I must say, and I did eventually get on the end of one and snapped it through for my first goal, which was grouse, and put us back to even 32-all. And it was good to see all the boys get around me here, which was absolutely fantastic. I said, don't worry about it, boys, get back. Like, I don't need the high fives and everything, but it was really appreciated. Again, sometimes when I would lead, I was just getting caught on the wrong side, unfortunately, of my opponent, who was extremely talented. I'll give him props. He probably had probably gave me a bath, actually, if I'm 100% honest overall. But as I said, it was 32-all. Then we started to get a little bit of a run on here, kind of halfway through the second, and really started to feel the momentum starting to swing. And it was probably the first time that we felt like we were on top of them. We did get a few, but then unfortunately Northcote, they had a lot of good ex-Div 1 NFNL players. So we, as you can see here, went down 50-38, and luckily got myself into some good spots. I did completely misjudge this ball, but then was fortunate enough to cop one a little bit high across the chin, and had a chance here to go back and kick us a bit closer at the end of the second quarter. So stuck to my routine and fortunate enough to get it through. It was also very good down this end because the atmos was up and about, and that brought us back to 45-50 at halftime. And the message at halftime was just to go back out there and make sure that we hang around, make sure that we stick with them as much as possible, because it was really, it was a fight, it was a grind, it was a war. We were just going back and forth, goal for goal. And the goals did really start to dry up probably in the second half. We probably started to get tired, and I gave away a few free kicks again. I just couldn't really get to the right spot here on my opponent. And like I said, he probably played a lot better than me. And then when I did get in front of him, I was still taking the ball in difficult spots, difficult angles, which I'm not too worried about usually. Like having it in the pocket, I'll usually feel like I practiced those shots enough, and I think all the kids here were actually not allowed to be on the inside of the fence. So kids, if any kids are out there watching this, make sure you're not inside the ground. And then here, because I went for the left foot snap on the first one, completely bottled it. I thought, well, I'll just go for the right foot banana, and then that was also bottled. So I was pretty angry with myself, and just. I get really frustrated when I know that I could be doing better, and I'm not. So anyway, fortunate enough that the boys kept getting the ball in, and we did get a down the field free kick, and I ran straight for the ball to get it. I probably didn't need to run as fast as what I did there to get my hands on the pill. And I was like, well, I'm just going to back myself and go with the left foot snap and try and put it through, because the right foot banana didn't work very well. And I had to back myself with the left foot, and this time it was better. Hit it where I wanted to hit it, and went straight through. So that was good. Early celebration as well, which is always the way to go with those small goal posts, because you never really know what the goal umpire might call. But yeah, like I said, fortunate enough to get that through. We're up by 3 points at three-quarter time, 61-58 against the Northcote Cougars. And the place was actually rocking. The hill was buzzing. You could really feel the atmosphere starting to build. And I was getting up and back a lot more, trying to get into the play a little bit. 62-58 here, 5 minutes through the final quarter. And they had probably, like I said before, a few really, really good players. And they started to kind of get on top. And this last quarter was super tight. It was super tight. Every time that we got it, I tried to spread forward. But like I said, my defender, my opponent was really good. He just got into really good spots. Was physical when he needed to be. And again, twice here where I should have ended up with the ball and just could not get my hands to it at all. But fortunately, the ball did land in my lap in the last quarter, and I got a good snap off as well. And that was my fourth of the day, and then that put us up by 10 points, which was a really good feeling for everyone. And again, 68 to 58, halfway through the last, everyone's starting to, feel pretty good, I think, and feeling like we're in a good spot. And then I had another chance to go for a really difficult mark. Didn't think I was going to make it, but I did just drop it. It was a difficult mark, but couldn't get in the end of it. Northcote went down their end and they ended up kicking a few goals. And like I said, it was tight in this last quarter. Again, looking for the ball here, and we had a few mishaps, trying to get on the end of it, making sure that we keep it in so we can repeat stoppage. Then trying to search for free kicks if possible. But it's a really hard one with that one, when the ball's inside 50, because you want to be able to burst out of the stoppage, but also if you can collect a nice little neat free kick, then that's always the way to go. Ollie takes a fantastic contested mark here. This guy is an absolute freaking beast, bro. He's like 6'6", has the dukes of a freaking weapon. Just puts his dukes up and grabs it. Unfortunately, when he goes back, I missed this one. But that's all right. We were still right there in this game. We were actually up. And these points were all pretty valuable points, just scoring. But Northcote kept getting it down their end and kept managing to kick goals. So at this stage, they're now up a point. So we're on the back foot again, and we're just trying to get our hands onto the footy. A little bit more about Panton Hill again, trying to get myself a free kick. Couldn't quite get there. Panton Hill, the football club, was founded in 1926. It was originally in the Diamond Valley Football League, and this club has, it's been around since 1926. It has also always been at a Cracknell Reserve in Panton Hill. It's a bloody great spot. And here, in the last quarter, we kick a huge goal with 5 minutes to go. As you can see there on the scoreboard, we're down 71-72. Get the ball in, and we get a goal, and that puts us up 77-72. There's about 5 minutes to go. I'm telling all the boys to get back. And again, we get the chance for a repeat stoppage. Now, this is something that we work on. You always work on is being pressure. Lucky enough to get a pressure act here, and then we do get it forward. Or they get it forward, we take an intercept mark, get it back. Like I said, Panton Hill was buzzing, man. There was people everywhere just going crazy, and I could feel the atmosphere around. There's a few times where the ball just ended up going over the head, but eventually the siren goes, and Panton Hill, the Redbacks, we get up, and I couldn't have been happier. The place, some of the conversations I had after the game, man, I was almost in tears. I was so happy. So I couldn't have been happier. The reception, the openness, from Panton Hill to have me along, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity, man. They were unbelievable. The boys were unbelievable. The coaches were unbelievable. The vibe was unbelievable. Go Redbacks.
Get in there, Grady.
Grab in if you grab.
Who?
Yes!
Yeah, you deserve it.
Kids, nah, fuck that. This cock just comes there.
Yeah, they play
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out. Yeah. He's got a photo. Yeah, good luck. Hey, probably take a photo, mate. Good fella. You good? How are you, boys? Yeah, the boys at the back. Good stuff, guys. Good luck. Get out of here! Colour fuck! I think I'm pretty happy. Panton, baby. Redbacks footy. Yeah. Love it. Good stuff. Yes. Who's got the camera? Here. It's pretty hot, eh? I'm doing well. Yeah, camera. What number am I wearing? 43.
Send it to
Sign your shirt. 6'2". Absolutely, mate. With your manners. So you must start good. There you go, man. Love you, bro. Well done. Keep training hard.
Shannon, go.
Oh, boys. Yeah, hold on.
Yes.
Dormo. So good. Everyone in. Good stuff, legends. Love you. Thanks so much. Oh, yeah, this is shut up. Good stuff. No worries. Thanks for coming out. How are you?
What's going on?
Bicep workout.
With Nanny. Get in there.
Good stuff. Thanks for coming out. No.
He wants your jersey swap. Jersey swap. Jersey swap. Come on.
Yeah, let's flip. Good stuff, brother.
Thank you.
Well done.
I like your mullet.